Hey guys, so for this video, we're gonna talk about the team that we're using today. It's a team that you guys sent me. As always, it's exact from the poke paste that you guys sent me, and I just put it in the cartridge and like as close as I can and see how we do. And the main objective is like for you guys to see how basically I use the team, someone else is using your team, and also to go back into the lab and make your changes as needed and so on. So I'm gonna explain a little bit about this team, and then at the end of the video I'm gonna explain what changes could be made to the team to make it a little bit stronger. And yeah, so today we're continuing. This is another team from you guys. It's a pretty interesting team. It's a Calyrex-shadow team, and I have to thank John Michael Estiller. Probably I'm mispronouncing that. Maybe it's Estiller like in Spanish, but anyways, it's a really interesting team because, well, basically there's a lot of things going on here, but like this is a U-turn Whimsicott, and I thought, okay, I never seen that before, but it's actually also EV'd in a physical way. So I mean, let's see how that works out. Also, indeed, it's not sashed, and it's very special defense, especially defensive. So yeah, I think Citrus Berry can be very annoying for the opposing team. Also, something very interesting here is that Landers doesn't have any ground type moves. So yeah, I'm just curious to see how that works out. The only thing I noticed here was the lack of protect. We don't really have much protect, and like the Calyrex is very offensive, so I can see how it can go bad really quickly, but also I'd say it's like hyper offensive, and if things go well for you, then you probably win some battles. So on the Calyrex-shadow we have, so the idea is fling into Calyrex-shadow we get these Petaya Berry special attack boost, then we get the weakness policy, we're at +3, possible Astral Barrage or Expanding Force if we can set up the terrain within DD, and yeah, Pollen Puff, Draining Kiss. I guess sometimes like you can set Misty Terrain for avoiding sleep, and yeah. I'm not sure about the Pollen Puff, what's the idea behind it. Maybe to heal some partner, but yeah, we'll have to see. Oh yeah, and then Tyranitar, Iron Defense Body Press. That's also, I've never seen that before. But yeah, I'm curious to see it. It seems like a fun team, and let's try it out. Thanks for watching, guys, as always. And if you enjoy this kind of content, I'm always making these kind of videos, making new teams and so on. So consider subscribing, leaving me a like and a comment. I'm always there to respond and so on. So thank you. So today we're continuing. This is another team from you guys. It's a pretty interesting team. It's a Calyrex-shadow team, and I have to thank John Michael Estiller. Probably I'm mispronouncing that. Maybe it's Estiller like in Spanish, but anyways, it's a really interesting team because, well, basically there's a lot of things going on here, but like this is a U-turn Whimsicott, and I thought, okay, I never seen that before, but it's actually also EV'd in a physical way. So I mean, let's see how that works out. Also, indeed, it's not sashed, and it's very special defense, especially defensive. So yeah, I think Citrus Berry can be very annoying for the opposing team. Also, something very interesting here is that Landers doesn't have any ground type moves. So yeah, I'm just curious to see how that works out. The only thing I noticed here was the lack of protect. We don't really have much protect, and like the Calyrex is very offensive, so I can see how it can go bad really quickly, but also I'd say it's like hyper offensive, and if things go well for you, then you probably win some battles. So on the Calyrex-shadow we have, so the idea is fling into Calyrex-shadow we get these Petaya Berry special attack boost, then we get the weakness policy, we're at +3, possible Astral Barrage or Expanding Force if we can set up the terrain within DD. And yeah, Pollen Puff, Draining Kiss, I guess sometimes like you can set Misty Terrain for avoiding sleep, and yeah. I'm not sure about the Pollen Puff, what's the idea behind it. Maybe to heal some partner, but yeah, we'll have to see. Oh yeah, and then Tyranitar, Iron Defense Body Press. That's also, I've never seen that before. But yeah, I'm curious to see it. It seems like a fun team, and let's try it out. So the details for this team, the Pokepaste and everything will be down in the description below. If you like this kind of content, consider subscribing, leaving me a like, a comment, and yeah, I'm always responsive, and let's get into the battles. Okay, so we're going to the first match of the day. So what should we go for here? They have kind of a Trick Room team, so I could potentially revert their Trick Room. Also, I could go for Whimsicott Calyrex here, except if they Quash, that could be a problem. Because they would Spore me. I could set Terrain though. Maybe that's like, that's why we have Draining Kiss here. Like that could be a cool thing to do. So we can try that. And the only problem is I don't know if we KO the Dusclops, because if they lead Dusclops and Amoonguss, they probably... Okay, I'm gonna go for this. Dusclops in the back to revert a possible Trick Room, and maybe Indeedee. Because I need to remember, like, Landorus doesn't have Earthquake or any ground type, so it's not really doing much for me. So yeah, let's try this. It's gonna be Dusclops Sableye. So yeah, you're clearly going for the Trick Room stuff. So I kind of want to like just swap into my own Dusclops and go for a Trick Room next turn. Let's see. So I go into Dusclops here. Actually, I could actually U-turn. Oh, you know what? I could actually... The thing is we don't have Protect here, so... Okay, I'm gonna Astral Barrage here, and I'm gonna U-turn here. U-turn here. Okay, it's gonna be Fake Out. I didn't think about that. So Sableye is probably sashed. Ooh, that actually almost KO'd the Dusclops. If we had Trick Room on this Whimsicott, that would be so good. Okay, so here goes Trick Room. Now we need to go into our own Dusclops. Actually, maybe Indeedee could also work. Okay, I want to go into my own Dusclops. Yeah, I don't want to fling. I think I U-turn. U-turn into Indeedee. It doesn't accomplish much, but I think Whimsicott wouldn't be targeted here. So yeah. maybe we could have done Helping Hand Astral Barrage just to KO the Dust Gloves. Maybe that was because I didn't know how much damage it would do to the Dust Gloves. I had no idea. But yeah, let's see. Now this Dust Gloves is not really defensive, so if it, I don't know if, like, it's not physically defensive, so I don't know if we can take an attack from Agron here, which I wouldn't think so. So let's see. It's gonna be max rockfall. This is gonna be a ton of damage. Yeah. I usually run my Dust Clubs more physically defensive, but I know there's a lot of special attackers in the format at the moment. So yeah, what I can do here is basically go with Indeedee, follow me, and I guess Astral Barrage again. The problem is, like, Trick Room is such a big problem, and the fact that we don't have any sort of protect is really hard. So yeah, let's go into Calyrex-shadow. Now let's see. Oh, actually, we're in trouble here because Sandstorm is up as well, and this indeed is also not physically defensive, and it's not sashed. So yeah, we're just in trouble here. I think the best way to deal with this is actually protecting or helping hand. But this is not this. You should always target the Calyrex here, and we have no way to escape this actually. So yeah, you target the Calyrex. So the thing here is, maybe if we used Helping Hand the first turn, we would be in a better position, but even then, like, it's really this team feels like super offensive, and it's if it's in a bad spot, it's just hard to come back from something. But yeah, well played. Let's go into the next battle. I had to avoid, either I had to avoid like Trick Room going up, or I had to revert it myself, and I couldn't do any of those, so that's the reason. Okay, going into the second battle of the day. It's a really cool team actually. I'm thinking going for, oh, I need to be careful here because they have Sand Rush, so yeah, Sand Rush, Excadrill, maybe Tailwind, turn 1. They actually have a quite fast team. So I'm thinking like if I go Trick Room here, it would be good for us. Leading Dust Club's Landers. Calyrex Whimsicott in the back. Yeah, that's interesting. The main problem with the Landers is that we don't have any ground move, so we cannot get like special defense boosts. So let's see. I thought Intimidate would be valuable here though. So yeah, okay. So I don't feel comfortable going with a Trick Room here. Okay, it's Focus Sash, that's good to know. So I think we need to sacrifice the Landers here, actually. And they're probably going for Meteor Beam. I just want to get rid of the Focus Sash, and if possible, like, I don't want to go into any of my back Pokemon. Protect here will be amazing. We don't have it, so I'm gonna go for U-turn. It's gonna be Meteor Beam. We were so lucky that they missed that though, because that would be a dead Landers. So Meteor Beam comes out into Landers, okay. Go for the U-turn. It's pretty good damage. The crit didn't matter, but yeah, we definitely got lucky there. That's a nice. Now, I think I'd rather go into Whimsicott and Tailwind here. Yeah. I think I would prefer Tailwinding. And then, like, man, the Whimsicott here is in danger of a poison attack. So we probably won't get... What's Whimsicott's speed, actually? Yeah, so the Poison Dragon is faster than us. Because what I wanted to do here is get into my Landers. And I would love protecting here. I'm gonna Tailwind. Yeah, I think the Intimidate is good. And Tailwind. We probably lose the Whimsicott here, but that's okay. I would think that's okay. They don't Dynamax. Go for a Dynamax Cannon. I guess it's going into the Dust Clubs then. Because if we can... This is good for us. Because if Whimsicott survives, we can do our Fling shenanigans. So... the thing is, we need to get rid of the... Because I could bring Calyrex here, but we need to watch out for the Tyranitar. Okay, I'm gonna go into Dusclops. I would... It's tough, because my idea is, okay, I want to burn the Tyranitar, make it a little bit more useless, and... Okay, also, it's good to know the item, because it's Assault Vest. I want to Will-O-Wisp here, and... maybe U-turn. Because I don't think... Yeah, it's not safe to U-turn. Oof. Tough. It's not safe to U-turn because I really want to keep my Calyrex healthy. So... I'm just forced to do this. Okay, they go for a swap here. Okay, this is fine. We can still burn the Excadrill. Gonna be Sludge Bomb. I anticipated that, but that's fine. Okay, so this gives me a little bit of to handle. Yeah, it gives me a little bit of room to handle each Pokemon. So I don't think you Dynamax the Excadrill anymore. I can focus going for the... what's the name of this Pokemon? Eternatus, yeah. So I could go for it. And actually I could Will-O-Wisp here in case they swap into Tyranitar. I don't feel comfortable going... I'm gonna go for the Max Starfall here, because if they swap Tyranitar, it would be great for us. It mostly covers everything. We definitely got lucky turn 1 that Triple Axle didn't connect on the Landers, for sure. They actually go for a Max Excadrill, which is really interesting. I guess if they double up, if we don't pick up the KO and they double up, then we would probably lose, right? Maybe Night Shading was better. They actually protect. That's a really good move. But still, I don't think the... Let's see how much damage this does. Through protect, that's not a lot. We cannot Will-O-Wisp anymore, the Tyranitar, so... Oh, it's Max Quake. That's a really good play. That's a really good play. Yeah, I like that play a lot. So we Nightshade here. We could protect just to chip some damage. I mean, Max Phantasm doesn't do really much for us. Question is if they swap into Tyranitar here. Because they might, right? yeah, I'm gonna go for this because I don't think you swap. After looking that I have Max Fairy, yeah. I guess it played well for us because if we wouldn't go for the Max Fairy, then Max Starfall, then the play was probably going for a swap into Tyranitar, but now it's looking fine. So we know the Tyranitar is Assault Vest, and we don't have to be careful about any weakness policy. We could actually max guard and go for the burn, just to be extra safe. So I kind of like that. Like going for the burn. How many turns of sand? Because also we would stall out the sand. Oh, we can, never mind. We cannot protect. So I mean, I guess we don't want that. Okay, let's just Nightshade here and Max Starfall here. We can haste next turn. Okay, Tyranitar. Okay, Tyranitar cannot protect actually, but this is not gonna do a lot of damage because he has the Sandstorm and Assault Vest. So yeah. So next turn we can go for. Oh, if we survive, I don't know if we survive here. Yeah, it's not gonna be enough. Okay, so we cannot. So my idea is, okay, go for the Draining Kiss. I don't think Excadrill is doing like a sizable amount of damage. They cannot really go for Earthquake. We're faster as well. The only problem is like they have special defense boosts and Assault Vest. But at the same time we are at +1. So I think Draining Kiss here should be slowly picking up the KO, and we should be fine if they don't crit. Oof, I don't know if we're gonna survive. Yeah, it's not looking good. Yeah. So I would say protects are important, guys. Protects are really important. Go for protects on your teams. What else? I'm trying to figure out what went wrong there, but given the circumstances, the best thing there would have been to just stall out the Sand Rush, the Sandstorm, and protect there. So yeah, I'm really missing the protects on this team. Let's go into the next battle. Yeah, the main thing here is the Porygon. We don't have really good damage into Porygon, so and we don't have Taunt, which is also really difficult. And we don't have a ground move on the Landorus. Okay, this is really hard. the Tyranitar is not offensive. Oh, it actually is. Okay, it's max attack. So I guess we can go with Tyranitar here. I kind of want to go Calyrex in DD here. Whimsicott in the back. And then Dusclops in the back. Because I think we can potentially revert their Trick Room in case they're going for that. But yeah, I mean, protects. This team is lacking protects. And it's just so hyper offensive. But okay, let's see. It's gonna be Dialga, so they're going for Tailwind. Dialga is super tanky. So if we went Whimsicott here, that would be so much better for us. Because we would be at +3 immediately. We can go for Helping Hand and Astral Barrage. We could also go for Expanding Force, but that wouldn't accomplish much, I think. So yeah, clearly Dialga Dynamaxes here. Okay, I'm gonna go for this. I don't think I have a better option here, considering... Okay, they actually swap out. They're gonna Dynamax. Yeah. This was a good play. Max Quake, possible here. Yeah. Let's see. I mean, we can still go for a Helping Hand or Follow Me. Let's see how much this does. This is like not at all. Yeah, okay, they Quake. So Dialga is pretty bulky. Gonna go into my... I need to swap the... I need to protect Indeedee here. And swap into my Dusclops. Because ideally I would reverse Trick Room. And now the plan is to stall their Dynamax. Yeah, it's Assault Vest. Okay, let's see. That's still a lot of damage coming out. So... yeah, okay, we can Follow Me, stall their Dynamax out. And I actually like hazing here. Because it would remove all the boosts Dialga had. Okay, we should survive. Now I kind of need to position myself back into Calyrex, which is not easy. So what I'm thinking here is actually following me, going into Calyrex. Indeed, he faints, and we go into the Whimsicott. Okay, let's go for that. The problem is we took a lot of damage now. So if we can get into Whimsicott next turn, I think we would position ourselves in a good spot. And then go for... They probably swap into the Porygon here. But I don't know if I mind that. Because I could just fling here. And go for Dialga here, actually. I guess the problem is if they Tailwind, but we can Tailwind as well. I'm so tempted to go for this. Okay, I'm gonna go for that. It should be KO. It's +3. Oh, wait. Oh, the fling is not working as it should. Oh, well. Oh, guys, I think I copied exactly on the Poke Paste, and this is clearly not the way it should be. And this needs fixing for sure. But what I try to do, guys, is just very transparent, use your teams and go for what it is, what you give me. So yeah, this doesn't work like that, unfortunately, and the only way out here would be going for a Trick Room. Actually, no, because you have Porygon. So no, there's no way to come back from this, I think. Maybe Haze. Haze could be the thing. I'm gonna go for the Haze and Astral Barrage, hoping that we're still faster. But I don't know, I don't think so. And we're not. So yeah, I mean, we survive with Dusclops though, which is amazing because we get a Haze off, and I think we're outspeeding everything else. And we get boosts. So okay, we're still alive here somehow. But we're in very deep problems because Astral Barrage doesn't work on Porygon, and it's Dark Urshifu, so we cannot target both of them, and they have the Sucker Punch. So yeah, this is clearly not the way it should. I mean, we can go for Draining Kiss here, but a simple Sucker Punch will KO. Okay. Yeah, I would say this team needs rework. It's very fragile on some of the aspects, but and like the combination fling into the Calyrex-shadow, it needs to be like EV'd properly and so on. But guys, I'm trying to, and this is kind of like the process as well. You see your teams here, how they go for, how they perform, and you can make changes on them. And that's part of the, also part of the why I'm doing this. So you can like have a sense of what you see here and like go back to the lab and make your changes and so on. So yeah. Hey guys, so this is gonna be me recording after the battles with this team, and I'm gonna talk a little bit of yeah, what can improve on this team. I think there's a few things. Landorus definitely should have a ground type move, because not only because he's ground type and you get like tiny boost or significant actually boosts from using max quakes, but also because it's really good to have special defense boosts after a max quake. Also, sometimes you would, yeah, Calyrex, it's very fragile, so you should consider running protect. I think the lack of protect on the team is a little bit difficult to, like, whenever you're behind, to get back and do some things. And the most like obvious, or not actually not obvious, but like the most difficult thing here was that Whimsicott Fling is not going before Calyrex. And I'm trying to be like super transparent, and this is basically the reason why I do this is like so you can go back into your lab and check the EVs and like modify them as to make it work. But yeah, the fling needs to be fixed. I got the poke paste exactly as it is, and I'm gonna share that with you guys. It can be a strong team, I think, but it needs a little bit of work. So yeah, I just wanted to mention this before going into the battles, and yeah. Hey guys, so this is gonna be me recording after the battles with this team, and I'm gonna talk a little bit of yeah, what can improve on this team. I think there's a few things. Landorus definitely should have a ground type move, because not only because he's ground type and you get like tiny boost or significant actually boosts from using max quakes, but also because it's really good to have special defense boosts after a max quake. Also, sometimes you would, yeah, Calyrex, it's very fragile, so you should consider running protect. I think the lack of protect on the team is a little bit difficult to, like, whenever you're behind, to get back and do some things. And the most like obvious, or not actually not obvious, but like the most difficult thing here was that Whimsicott Fling is not going before Calyrex. And I'm trying to be like super transparent, and this is basically the reason why I do this is like so you can go back into your lab and check the EVs and like modify them as to make it work. But yeah, the fling needs to be fixed. I got the poke paste exactly as it is, and I'm gonna share that with you guys. It can be a strong team, I think, but it needs a little bit of work. So yeah.